You know I can't lie to you, man. We go back too far. Cowboys and Indians, right? One of those memories that I can't get rid of. Now the therapists, crazy makers, aka the therapists, tell me that I should not get rid of the memory. That every memory is golden. It's like something you'd store in a vault, like Fort Knox. But this memory, man, I want to be rid of it. And I don't care what the crazy makers say. Because what the fuck did the crazy makers know? They're making us crazy with their therapy. Psycho the rapist is one of the ways I put it. The bottom feeders, man. They make a living out of people like me. Not sure what to do with ourselves. I'm like a spelunker, you know what that is? Yeah. I know what that is. Right. How are you, like a spelunker? Man. Well, what does that mean? Why you gotta be an asshole about it? How am I being an asshole? Well, you're just standing there like a statue. How do you want me to stand? I don't know, just liven up a little bit. This is a conversation. Okay. Alright, well, as I was saying, you're one of those crazy makers too, you know that? They're everywhere! Crazy makers! Statue people, that's what you are. You're a statue person. Is that right? How do you know? 'Cause it's obvious. You're a statue person. How do you know that I haven't been through shit like you? Well, you can relate. Time I felt most at home, down in a cave, spelunking. Yeah, I know. Well, you can relate. I can somewhat relate, yeah. I can. I spent the first half of my life down in a cave. Really? Uh-huh. What was that like? Sucked. Don't feel like talking about it. God damn it, you're such a statue. You really are. I bet you weren't always like that. Always so tight-lipped. I bet someone made you like that down in the cave. Yeah. That's right. I had some bad times. What they do to you in the cave. Oh. That's not stuff that I could talk about publicly without, losing my composure. Well, then fucking lose your composure, why don't you? It's just us. I don't even know what I was talking about. Something crazy making. those caves, right? You know, people like me, we don't belong in no caves. It's not the right place for people like myself, present company included. Yeah. Except I didn't call it speedlunking, like you call it. I think that's, what do you call those words? Euphemism. That's right. Euphemism. Spelunking. You always hold your hand up like this when you talk? Yeah, I do. You had to keep your nose out of the fumes. Why do you think they put us down there? It's always been my question. They must have known. Of course they knew. Of course they wanted us to have our reactions. But I will never stop thinking about the other people. If you can call them that. Yeah. Other people still in the caves. And in the tunnels connecting the caves. These aren't people in the typical sense of the word. Well, they've been down there for thousands of years, so what are they now? You interact with them. It's like you can kind of understand what they're saying, but you can't. It's context, it's physical signs. And the language is like, it's not really a language like we know. No, it's not. That's the scariest thing. I remember not thinking they were a human at first. Something different, maybe. Some other kind of animal, maybe. Maybe some kind of alien, maybe. But, I think they must have branched off some thousands of years ago. Sure scared the shit out of me. Yeah, me too. I think that's why you're so rigid. You're just so tight-lipped and got a fucking telephone pole up your ass all the time. Uh-huh. Yeah. You don't even care if I say that. Not after what I've seen. The things that they... It's like... You look in their eyes. And they're hungry for you. But they don't even dare come up to you and take a bite. 'Cause you're bigger, you're stronger. Now if there are many of them, you better get the hell out of there. 'Cause there's only so many bites that you could take. They're small, probably about half my size. But none of that stuff that normal human beings... No. Their eyes are just, they're almost like gone now. They do everything through sonar. Down there. Sonar. Which is bizarre. Because you can feel it. It's like if you were in the ocean with the dolphins and they were pinging you with their sonar. But these little subhumans, I'm sorry, don't mean to offend any of you or them or anyone. they ping you and you can feel it. And if there's like 5 of them, you get a whole deluge of pings. I don't know why they're there. I don't know. I wanted to figure that out too. But it got so crazy that I had to leave. I don't remember much. I don't think I can remember much. Bad memories. Pain. Anger. Sadness. Just basic stuff. Thing is, for me, I don't exactly recall how I got under there. Whether I was some kind of professional cave explorer or something. Whether I got abducted, which is most likely the case. I can't figure out why I would be allowed to see that and not be able to make sense of it and then come back to report it. There's something freaky about all that. Something doesn't make sense. You know, when we look into the TV screen, when we watch those movies about all that weird stuff, superhero things and all sorts of things, it's like we're brainwashed to think that the crazy shit's in the TV. But I want to say that it's possible, maybe even probable, the crazy shit that we see in TV is actually in the world and the universe. I have to entertain that theory. Yeah, me too. Because what happened in my brain, I don't know. My brain is not the same. It's not the same. I just, not the same. Yeah, I know. And I can only imagine what would have happened if I didn't drag your ass out of there. You. Thank you. You're welcome. You ever had one of those dreams where you wake up and you're like, that was not a fucking dream? Yeah. Well, I know that wasn't a dream down in the caves, in the tunnels, in the subhumans. I know that was real. And I know that's something that you would see in a movie. But you'd watch the movie and be like, oh, that's not real. But now I see movies and I'm like, well, that's existing somewhere in the universe. And I know that's crazy talk. And that's what the therapist was telling me, that I can't just keep believing this stuff and be healthy, because that's not healthy. Well, let me tell you. Sometimes I wake up from a dream and I am absolutely convinced, totally convinced, that I just experienced something real. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I'd like to actually dream something with you at some point. We can connect in the dream world together and form a bridge and have a dream together like we're pals. Cervantes had that guy, what was his name? Don Quixote. Yeah! Don Quixote. And then, what was that other, what was his friend called? The sidekick guy. What was his name? Sancho Panza. That's right. Sancho Panza. So, I would be Don Quixote and you will be Sancho Panza, and then we could be in a dream together. And that would be the way that we could feel better. How would we feel better? Oh, because, well, what? From what we've been through, I can't see anything. What? I can't see no more. What? It's not good. I've got the sonar now. And when you have the sonar, I think they're a little different. Because now I can just sense all the things up in the sky. Got my sonar. It's like you've got radar. Oh, yeah. How long has this been the case? Oh, I don't know. Since before the cave. Since before we got out of the cave. You know, there's a lot of things up there that you can't see with your eyes. But if you can ping them, you can see them with your sonar. And that's why you always got your head. There, I just thought you were being retarded and like a statue. No, not retarded. Just pinging. 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 Anyways, I guess I'm Don Quixote. He's Sancho Panza, because I sure as hell am not going to be Sancho Panza. He's the little guy. But then again, I am much smaller than this guy. Yes, you are. Very small compared to me. Compared to you, but I'm not small. Okay. 9 foot. I'm 6 feet. He's 9 feet. I'm not small. I don't know how we got to be 9 feet. Were you always 9 feet? Don't know. Huh. I guess I gotta tell people this truth. Because once you get a taste of these other realities, you feel beholden to share. Because the people, normal people like you, yourself, you confined to a very narrow strip of reality. And I think I am too. I'm not criticizing you. You know, but at least I have stepped out of it to a certain extent. I think that you know, one of the ways that people try to keep this stuff under wraps is they kind of tell you that you are crazy. And then you're like, oh, you start doubting yourself. Oh, yes. But there's nothing to doubt. Not when you start pinging the things up there. Pinging the things. Pinging the things. Ping, ping, ping the things. Pinging the things. Ping, 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 pinging the things. Ping, ping. I can ping, ping. I can send out pings. Ping. What are you sensing? Lots of things. Ping. Ping. They're all above our heads, but you cannot see them. They are invisible to the naked eye. That's how they're supposed to be. Invisible to the naked eye. Ping. So you see, we're down in a cave, or caves, together for don't know how long. We see crazy shit. He probably grew a few feet and developed sonar, and now you would think that he was some kind of Asperger's syndrome guy, autist, but he just developed something new. And now whatever was down there gave him the ability to see what's ever up there. And me, I don't know if I've gotten any gifts. I'm open to change. I'm thinking it might be cool. But unlike him, I suppose my gift is really just having my mind together, even though it's feeling like it's a little bit frazzled at the edges. Because who's gonna tell you about the sacred treasures and the sacred realities underneath the earth? And who's gonna tell you about the things that he pings? No one. No one. He can't. Obsessed. Oh, ping. Oh. Kinda like he's just in a constant orgasm. We can make my job a lot easier if you would simply believe what I have to say, but even now when I try to describe these experiences, you no doubt look at me and judge me. I'm actually pretty normal. I didn't even, know any of this was gonna happen or anything. I do know that one day I knelt down. I was on my knees and my hands clasped. And I don't recall much before that, but I do recall that. And I just kept on praying. Help me see. Help me see. And then I thinking I just got teleported and I'm gonna be teleported everywhere, all the time, every day, to see things and report back to you and you and you and you and all of you. You ever feel like your heart's overflowing? My heart is overflowing. My mind is blown open, and my heart is overflowing. I've got this great 9-foot tall friend. I don't remember where I met him. He's the gentle giant. He's now some kind of new organism. He can see something that you and I cannot see. Doesn't that count for something? So I was praying, because I had this feeling. And don't say you don't know what I'm talking about. I had this feeling that I wasn't from around here. Not from this. Right? You know what I mean? Not from this planet. Not from this solar system. Not from this plane of reality. But the energy inside me was something different. So I was on my knees and I was praying. Give me a sign, show me the way. Let me see, help me see. I need to see. And then, next thing I know, I'm down in the cave. With the cave dwellers, the subhumans, who've been there for thousands of years, who must have branched off from us. That is the thesis of a film, actually, I think, called The Descent. So that's my point. That's what I was actually getting at, if you were paying attention to me. That what I'm saying I experienced in the flesh, in the raw, in the real, is actually precursored by a movie, if I had seen that movie. but I didn't. But there it is, you can watch it. No, I haven't seen the movie, I just know about it, and maybe there's some significant differences between what I experienced and the reality of the movie, I don't know. They're coming. Getting closer. There's many of them. So you see. The sky is falling on my head. They're not going to land on our head. They're just going to stay above our head and help us see. Ping, ping, ping. Maybe. Well, now you can relate to when things get really weird and the shit hits the fan. The spaghetti's on the wall. And you walk up to the wall and you look at it and you're like, that's a lot of fucking spaghetti. Who threw that spaghetti? You don't know. No one ever told you who threw it. It's just like spaghetti against the wall and you're looking at it and it's like, is that a message for me? Is that supposed to show me something? Because as far as I know, it could be, a Picasso. And then there's the shit hits the fan too, which is horrible. Because either someone is picking it up with their hands and throwing it in the fan, or worse, someone's bending over and letting it fly. Which I can't even believe projectile crapping exists. Projectile defecation exists. But I told you, I was on my knees and I said, let me see. On my knees, let me see. And I'm not here to shrink wrap the universe with my own limited perceptions, my own minuscule perspectives. That's not why I showed up and signed up. No. I am open to the idea that I was born into this body and I've simply forgotten where I came from. That's a popular thesis. Of course, we have to ask ourselves why. It would just be the same as me being on my knees and praying and then being teleported into the bottom of a cave and then not knowing why and how it happened. It's the same. It's a fractal, microcosmic example of the larger macrocosmic reality of descending through the soul into this body from a higher sphere of being and knowing. Yes, the higher spheres. There's a music. Ping, 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 ping. There's a music. Ping. The higher spheres are here. Higher spheres are here. Higher spheres. Higher spheres are here. Higher spheres are here. Higher spheres are here. So you think this guy's crazy? This 9-foot gentle giant, he's not crazy. He's dialed in. He's dialed in. He used to be like you and I. He used to be probably 6 foot tall before he went down into the cave. Hung out with a subhuman who is probably now inside of him. And that's why he gained 3 feet. Yes. Oh shit, really? Is that what happened? Yes. Oh god. That's why he's got sonar and that's why he gained 3 feet. Yes. As above, so below. As above, so below. As above. Ping, so below. Ping. As above. Ping. So below. And that's probably why he's autistic. He's like Mr. Rain Man. Because he's got one of those subhumans inside of him now. He hijacked the human, but it wasn't enough to overcome the human, and now he's a hybrid. He's gifted. But he's no longer functional. I've got to take care of him. Which is bizarre. I don't even know if he could defend me if someone were to attack me for being a crazy maker. Because I know you are probably a little offended by what I've said here today. And it's your own goddamn limitations that are making you angry with me. I didn't have anything to do with you or any of that shit that happened to you before you started listening to me today to here. So you can just stuff it with a sun, no chime, mister. In a cave. You're so human. The spheres are here. Oh, the spheres are here. Oh, the spheres are here. The spheres are here. The spheres are here. So, I don't have much longer to talk to you. Now that the spheres are here, I'm probably going to be whisked away to another facet of the diamond. Another pearl in Indra's net. But if I were to actually speculate, then I think you would definitely agree with me. I've become unhinged in the sense that my personality has been expanded, and I am now straddling different worlds, and I am here, and I can't be coherent like you are coherent anymore, because your coherence, don't mean to offend you, is a facade. It's an illusion. It's glue. That's what holds it all together for you, like duct tape wrapped around everything. But you've got it together. You're amazing. You're not crazy. But you've got to watch out for people like me, or we will drive you crazy. So you got to be like, okay, I'm together. I can't be affected by this guy over here. Whoa, that guy over there. He's 9 foot tall, and he can't even stop looking at the sky. Okay. These guys, keep them out of my way, out of my view. That's you. I could put all of this out before you on a big table with illustrations and maps and charts and spreadsheets and data tables and the proverbial pie that's divided up into different percentages of whatever. I could lay it out before you, and you would slam your hand down on the table and clear the table, and the papers would go up like that and come back around on themselves and skitter about everywhere across the room, and there would be that great sound of papers in the air. And it would be the spaghetti against the wall, the shit hitting the fan. And you would be so angry with me because you would start to lose your coherence. Get that? I understand that. Ever since I fell to my knees and prayed, let me see. I've been on the fringe. I've been unhinged on the fringe. But my gift, if I may be so bold as to say, my gift is not to be 9 feet tall with a subhuman in me, pinging with sonar all the spheres of higher being. It's not my gift. And I need to be clear with myself about that. That's not my gift. And I'm okay I don't need a therapist. I don't need a therapist. My gift is to be in all of these worlds at once. And to take you there.